Wonderful, amazing, spectacular tea people. We are going to do a double live with the YouTube and the Instagram. And today is a beautiful tea that I will tell you the story about that you can only get. You can only get this style of tea from going out into the gardens and actually finding the tea in the gardens. Now, what is this tea? This tea is this tea right here. You can see this is all I've got. Right? This is all I've got. This is year 115, right? The Taiwanese year. Spring tea. And this is 8 jeans. So this is, actually, I just weighed it. It's about 5 kilograms of this beautiful tea. So that's all I'm going to get. All I've got is 5 kilograms of this beautiful tea. And this tea is a competition tea. So this is a tea that is a competition Baozhong. And this beautiful tea is a tea that I got. This tea is a beautiful tea that I got. Well, they were just shipped to us. Wow, it's so good. It's just so beautiful. And so this was shipped to us by a very nice lady who's got the same, well, one of the characters in her name is the same as my wife's name, which is hilarious. But I will tell you the story of how we got this. We got this. Now we're going into Baozhong season. I have already asked Old Master Baozhong, well, I guess his daughter, Wang Youli's daughter. I've already asked her when the Old Master Baozhong is coming in, and that will be sort of in a while. So it won't be right now. The Old Master Baozongs will be coming in, I guess probably in the first week of June, something like that. What else is going on? I've been getting I should post them more, but I'm getting all of these beautiful messages and videos and all these different things from my buddies up in the mountains. And they are making tea. So they are making just the most this year. This year seems to be okay. Although the last couple of days it's been a little overcast, but as long as they got off the first batch of tea on the 1st of the month, then they were going to be okay. The 1st and 2nd of May was absolutely beautiful. And I'm just waiting on things to show up. The Nanhu, I'm going to get Nanhu this year, hopefully. I mean, we'll try it out, see if it's good, but I'm hoping to get the Nanhu Oolongs back again. And I'm hoping to get, all the normal beautiful teas that we're after. Now, what is this tea? Now, this tea, I'm going to show it to you here. It actually looks like, just looking at it like this, it actually looks almost exactly the same as the tea that I just put on the site. So I'll put this one. Oh, it sort of works like, if I put it here, it works for YouTube and the Instagram, but you can see it here. And this tea is sort of looks a little bit like the one in Eli is a little bit thicker, but there's the buttermilk green. It sort of looks like the buttermilk green in some ways, but there is a very, very big difference. And the very, very big difference is this is a Baozhong from Pingling area. Now, what makes the Baozongs in Pingling so interesting and special? The basic answer to that question is through over 100 years of trial and error and trying really hard to create something really special, they've been able to take a place that is not the highest elevation, right? So the Baozhong areas are only like 400 or 500 meters above sea level, but they're in the north of Taiwan. And 400 or 500 meters above sea level in the north of Taiwan means that in the wintertime it gets really cold. So Baozhong teas, when I drink it, the memories that go into my brain. So Baozhong, other than Reishui, which is other than Reishui, which is like, what's the best way to describe it? My home base. Oh, this tea is so good. This tea is just so good. Other than Reishui, this is like my second home base. So what I used to do is I used to actually wait till the kid help my wife put the kids to sleep, give my wife a kiss, get in the car and drive for 3 hours, sleep in my car, wake up, all in the mountains in Pingling. It would take about 3 or 4 hour drive. I would wake up at like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. I would go and see my friends and help them make some tea. And then I'd get some tea or buy some tea, hopefully, and then actually come back that same day. And so I have so many memories of this flavor of fresh, high quality, beautiful springtime tea. And I'll tell you, this is one of the best Baozongs I've had in quite a while. Now, what's the story behind this tea? I was driving around Pingling. I had I always get the Old Master Baozhong, but one of the things is because the Baozhong teas, and again, what is Baozhong? Baozhong's this, right? A lower oxidized, on the verge of green oolong, and it's always strip oolong. And I was going around because my wife had found some new gardens for me, and I had begun the last couple of years. I've been getting lazy, right? I've been getting lazy. I haven't been going into the gardens. I haven't been going out to see new producers because the people that I found after doing this for a long time, very intensely, like the story I just told, I sort of know who the good people are, and I buy their tea. But I haven't had, other than the Old Master Baozhong, I haven't had a consistent source of Baozhong for a while. And like I said, when I started the live stream, this is the type of tea you can only get. The only way you can possibly get this tea is if you are in the tea gardens. What's the story? So I was driving around, and I get these Google Docs of farms. And so I was driving around, and I just pulled up to some random tea garden because it was one of my dots. And I walked in, and on the outside there was a guy probably in his 40s eating betel nut, and like anyways, that's sort of the types of folks like that that usually I don't buy from, mostly because they haven't reached the level. They're still making cheaper tea to sort of sell out and make money in general. Again, there's exceptions to the rule, of course. But what happened was I saw him and I was like, and then I sort of walked in, and there was this a woman in her 70s with her husband in their 70s, and they were moving around some tea. And the tea that they were moving around was this tea right here. And they were quite proud of it. And I smelt it and I was like, whoa, what is this? And she's like, oh, this is competition tea. She said, oh, this is competition tea. And it was near the start of my day. So I hadn't really bought a bunch of tea during this day. And she gave me a bag. I think I've still got the bag over here. Let me just see if it's still... Is it here? Yep, here it is. No. Anyways, the bag sounds like this. Oh, I see it. One sec, I'm going to get the bag. So she gave me a bag of tea in this little bag, and she's like, take it home, try it. Here's my card if you like it, and you can buy it. And I took it home, and I didn't try it that day because by the time I got to a hotel or a place where I could actually drink, it was too late. And I was like, I'm not going to drink this right now. But then the next morning I drank it and I was like, oh my God. And then as soon as I got home, she's an older lady. Like I said, she was in her 70s. Her and her husband were in her 70s. And so I got my wife to phone because she spoke Taiwanese, right? So Taiwanese is Hokkien, which is a Fujian dialect. Anyways, you can look it up. And hey, how's it going? Haven't seen that stream for a while. Congrats on the new store. Well, thank you very much. It is in the new store, and I will. Somebody asked me how the display is going. It's going okay. It's not going all that well, but anyways, we can talk about that later. But I'll probably turn it around at the end of the stream so you guys can see. And what happened was, I got in touch with her and I was like, I love that tea. Can I have a lot of the tea? And she's like, and I kept saying how much I wanted. And my wife kept telling her, and she kept asking, and then she's like, "Oh, I got to talk to my husband." So basically, what this tea is, this is the competition tea, and this older lady, she doesn't. Uh, 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 I'm outside. Okay, no problem. Is the stream okay? Anyways, so we phoned her up, and basically she had to go talk to her husband. So I basically I wanted to buy like the whole sort of production run, but what they do, uh, okay, good, thank you. What they do is they take, I think it's about between 15 and 20, between 15 and 20 uh, gene, like so. Anyways, between 15 and 20 gene, they have to keep that aside, and they put it into the. Um, they actually put it into the competition, and for people, like if you win the competition, you're gonna get a lot of money. And this, she was okay, great, okay, thank you. If you actually put it in the competition, you win. You double, triple, quadruple, 100 times your money. Like it goes up a lot, right? Your money goes up a lot. Oh, it's so good. And so she said, she said, I got to talk with my husband because she just wanted to get rid of it. I was going to give her a good price. She's like, this is my price. I'm like, I'm buying it. And she was just going to give me the price, and I was going to buy as much as I could. And I guess she talked with her husband, and a day later she phoned back and said, no, sorry. We can only give you Bajin, like eight units of 600 grams. All right, so that's all we can do. And so I was quite disappointed. But they are, I don't know what this year, the Baozongs in Taiwan are amazing. All right, the ones that I sampled were really, really good. And this was the best out of the ones that I sampled when I was on my trip doing my stuff up there. And so I don't know whether it's going to win the competition or not, but it's going to be in the running. And so maybe I should save it and then be like, oh, it won the competition, and then sell it for a bunch of money. But no, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do today actually is I'm going to pack it up, and then I'll throw it into the newsletter teas, and it'll be 10% off for, I guess, until Wednesday. And so I'll try and do that today. I should have time. I mean, no one comes to my store, so I should have time to print out the labels and pack it up and do all that. It should be fine. It should be totally fine. But yeah. So what are we looking at when you're looking at a high quality Baozhong? Milky, creamy, wide mouthfeel, touch of vegetal in the upfront, and then if you got a good one, the aftertaste it's just otherworldly. It's floral, it's fruity, juicy. It goes in and out of various different flavor notes, and it just lasts sort of forever. Sometimes people ask me, I get this often, right? And it's usually sort of in the fall or in the winter time. People will say, why don't you carry Baozhong on your site? I say, well, I do, but it's sold out. And one of the reasons why it's sold out is because I only get a little bit, because I only get the best, right? I only get the best. The Old Master Baozhong is the best. There's nothing else out there that comes even close. This is completely different. Now, remember, what is the Old Master Baozhong? An organic garden with a 7-year-old tea master that's been doing it every single year of his life, basically since he could walk and talk. He living on the mountain, all of that stuff. It's all exactly the same. It's been going on forever and ever. He's super famous, Yuang Yo Li, right? I can only get like a couple kilograms a year because it's reserved and sold out. And so I don't really bother with the cheap stuff. Now, there's a lot of cheap, crappy Baozhong, a lot. And chemical sprayed, nasty stuff. If you've ever been to Pingling, the area, there's this strip like this plastic strip all along the highway. When I was there, it was like this beautiful, one of the first days of spring. It was beautiful. And for some reason, and I guess I get it, I do, but at the same time, I'm just like, it's so dangerous. But all the fart pipers were out, like all the motorcycle people, and they were just everywhere. And there are people on the side of the road, like taking pictures as they through these mountain roads, and you can see the crashes, right? So there was crashes, right? And it seemed to me to be like, like sort of trashy people partying, like someone's going to get into a fight, some boyfriend and girlfriend are going to break up, there's going to be some drama, right? Like a trashy people party. And so I remember driving down the road, and I'm just like, oh my God, like, oh, what's going to happen? All these types of things. And then over on the side of the road, there's the two like expensive motorcycles on the ground, and then just a bunch of people standing around them like this, looking down at them, like surrounding these motorcycles. Like that's what they basically did. It was their entertainment. Somebody was going to crash. You knew it. Anyways, the point was that there's this stretch in Pingling where there's a lot of tea shops and there's a lot of really bad tea. And so, like a lot of tea shops, a lot of really bad tea. And every time I go there and I'm like, okay, I'm going to sample some tea, I always get a headache, like a really nasty headache. Now, because it's just so many chemicals. And if you throw a bunch of crap on the Baozhong tea, the tea trees before they produce, you're going to get a bunch of tea really fast. But that tea is going to be absolutely empty. It's going to have no soul, right? It's just going to be upfront taste and no aftertaste at all. And so what's going on with this tea? Oh, TK just bought some tea. Thank you very much. What's going to go on with this tea is you're going to get a blast in the upfront, but the mid-mouth is really what's happening with this tea. And then, of course, the aftertaste. Now, this is not an organic tea, but this is a tea that's going into the competition teas, which means that they test every single one of the teas going into the competition tea because it's run by sort of the Farmers Association, which is linked to the government, which means that if a tea wins and it's really dirty, then everybody loses face. Everybody has a bad time. And so you get the clean teas, right? This is a clean tea, right? It hasn't been tested, but it will get tested because it's going into the competition. And, it's going to be definitely sort of tested very, very low for agrochemicals. It probably will be ND, right? As I was talking to the lady, she's like, oh, just, blah, blah, blah. She's talking about it. And, but it's a very clean tea. Now, I wish I could get sort of the organic teas and the other types of teas, but alas, not yet. But the Old Master Dongding will be coming out for sure. So again, why I could only get this tea during a trip was because if I didn't get it when they were sort of taking it out, drying it, finishing it, like putting a little touch of a low roast on it. If I didn't walk in and get this bag of tea, there's no possible way I could get this tea. Because this tea, like the quality of this tea, the only way you can get this tea is if you're there when it's being made, the end, right? Even if you have good connections, right? Even if you have good connections, you phone up a week later and say, what type of tea you got? And they'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, we're putting it all into the competition. You can't have it, right? I didn't have connections with this lady. I'm going to have connections with this lady. I'm going to go talk to her and spend some time with her. And next time in Pingling, because she's great. She has like a flower garden and all this sort of stuff. And she was actually quite pissed because I was like, oh, can I try it? And she's like, I'm busy. I'm working. Why didn't you come up to my garden? Like come up to my garden in the afternoon. I'm like, I got to be in a different place in the afternoon. I can't go. She's like, I got no hot water here. Here, just take some, right? And so if you're not there, you're not going to be able to get this type of tea. And so I'm happy to be able to share it. Like I said, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pack it up. I'm going to pack it up. I'm going to do the labels. I'm going to pack it up. write the description. I should be able to have it. I'm going to try and get it on the site today, hopefully, unless, who knows, maybe I'm going to be, there's going to be so many customers coming in here, I won't have time. No, it'll probably be okay. It'll probably be okay. I still haven't put this on Google. And so the only people that come in here literally say things like, I don't know why I came in. I just felt like I needed to, like, come on, sit in, come and sit, drink some tea. But I haven't put it on Google. And so it really is like a lot of people that walk by and they'll look, oh, that looks interesting. And they'll take out their phone and they'll type it in and nothing will pop up. And they'll be like, oh, and they'll walk away quickly. In today's day and age, the idea that there would be a store with no Google footprint, or they type it in and they just see pictures like screenshots of me on the Instagram, like, that type of thing. So I'm still not busy at the shop. Although last week we did okay. We had enough people coming through. But it just, it's nice to get out of the house, and it's a home base for my boys, especially on sort of on the weekends and holidays. They can come in here and then go wander around the city and do stuff and then come back. And so it works out quite well. I'm glad we did it. But yeah. Would you say that Baozhong grows on you? I wouldn't say that. You could say that if you tried really low quality Baozhong and then you tried a good one. As an acquired taste, no, I don't think it's an acquired taste. And the reason I don't think it's an acquired taste is because it's literally it's made for the mass market. It's got this really recognizable, soft, flowing, no bitterness and astringency type of tea. Now, if you start with a really low quality tea and then you try a better tea as it moves through, as you move through your tea journey, you can definitely be like, wow, I didn't used to like Baozhong, now I really like Baozhong, because there's so much low quality Baozhong out there. So much. Like it really is, it can be really, really daunting to find a good Baozhong. Remember basically the sort of the Taiwanese tea type of the Taiwanese tea type of I'm losing the word. Anyways, the way that it usually goes, the path, but there's a better word for that, is you start with sort of with the greenish high mountain oolongs. You might go to some Baozongs. You might go to some of the other sort of greenish teas. Then you try a good dongding, right? First you start with a bad dongding. You're like, I hate roasted teas. Ugh. Then you try good dongding, and then you sort of move into the roasted teas, and then those are all like the starter drugs. And you go into the aged teas, and then from there usually you bounce into maybe some pu'ers and different types of things. And then after a while, when you've stocked up on the pu'ers and you're like, I don't feel like a pu'er anymore, then you come back to the Taiwanese teas and you go back into the Taiwanese teas and then go for like the Su San Pian stuff and the CY Chen stuff and the really weird ones, like the Ruby 18 whites, the hybrid whites, or the weird teas. And then you like, you find, then you get like, so for example, you get the Old Master Baozhong every year. I would not say it's an acquired taste. I'd say it's a pretty, like if someone was coming in right now and they'd never had tea before, then I definitely say, hey, try this out. Like if you've never had Taiwanese tea, this is, I hope you're not one of those people that say I drink green tea for the health benefits. Like those are always the saddest people. The quality of the tea they drink is always so awful. But this, this is something quite accessible. I think it's quite accessible. But why would you think it's an acquired taste? I mean, is it? Have you had a bad time with Baozongs, or do you? I mean, I've told this story. I tell this story often, actually. But there was somebody who was just, I just gave him a refund, whatever. What am I supposed to do? But he got the Old Master Green a couple of years ago, and it had Japanese taste notes. And he was like, "This tastes like rotten fish. Oh, it's terrible. I hate it." I'm like, well, yeah, well, I don't think he's bought any tea since. It's kind of a loss of face. Are you late or early, Jack? You are a little bit late. You're a little bit late, but there's absolutely nothing special going on. I tried the Master Baozhong, and at first I really didn't like it, and absolutely love the High Mountain, Pear Mountain Oolongs. Baozhong is a very green type of tea, and I didn't initially like it, but over time I really loved it. Yes, exactly like Japanese greens. So there you go. That's exactly basically what. Remember that the old Master Baozhong is, it's not a tea for beginners. It's a tea for people who are like, this is a tea for beginners, right? It's pretty easy to brew. You're not going to mess it up. It's going to have these recognizable flavor profiles. But the old Master Baozhong, like if you brew it and you're in a bad mood, you're going to have you can pull out a lot of the really like bitterness and astringency in the old Master Baozhong, right? It's gonna pop out, and you'd be like, what is this, right? Like I didn't like that, and because it's like, well, this is a little out of left field, but anyways, it's like bees. When you get to the level of tea like that, like if you're in a bad mood and you go to work on bees and you open up the beehive and you're in a bad mood, you're gonna get stung. You're not gonna get stung because you did something wrong. You're gonna get stung because the bees felt you. They felt you. And they're like, "Ooh, you're opening up, like you're lifting up the kimono here. You're going into the heart of us. This is not okay. If you're not okay, you got to be okay to be in here." And so, like, if you were, the old Master Baozhong, like it can be, you can get so many experiences out of that old Master Baozhong, and especially if you're new to teas, new to a style of tea like that, or new to a tea like that, then you can have a really bad time. Especially because of the price point, right? It's expensive tea, And so I think I changed it this year or last year. I put a big like, this is not a beginner tea, but as you get into the teas and you drink more of it, then you just start realizing what it actually is, and you have an amazing time drinking the tea. Really. Same story with roasted teas. Now I can't get enough of both. Yes, and that's it. I had a guy come in the other day, a sort of a younger German guy, who was a fan of the show, who had actually seen my YouTube videos or my Instagrams, and he actually came in, and he was like, he felt really bad because he had roasted teas and he just hated them, and then he had heard me talk about roasted teas, and he was like, they can't be bad, right? I just hate roasted teas. I just hate them. They're so gross. And so I just reached behind me here. You can see it. Can you see it there? I got my little stack of CY Chen. This is the wintertime pick. So I got my little stash right over here. It's been whittled down because anybody who gets it wants it. But it's been whittled down. I've only got, I guess, maybe 400 or 500 grams left. And if you come visit, I can sell it to you. But I gave him some of that, and he just went, oh, now I get it. Now I understand. Now I get what roasted teas truly are, right? And that's the key, right? Is that you're going to try a roasted tea and you're going to be like, wow, what the hell? I'm missing something, or this sucks. I don't like roasted teas. But you got to start with the bad stuff, right? You really do. You have to start with the bad stuff. And for me, the first couple years that I ran the site, I think the only roasted tea that I had was like the Mutsa Tieguani, the Dragon's Eye. I think that was the only one I had. And the reason, of course, being is that roasted tea is so exceptionally good, so exceptionally, understandably spectacular that, it was just like, like it was just so good that you just couldn't, there's nothing you could do, right? Like it was like you try it and you're like, oh, that works, right? That's what a roasted tea should be. And yeah, But the CY Chen's roast was masterful, is masterful. I'm sure he's doing more masterful stuff right now. And, for charcoal roasted Dong Ding, there's no one better than him. No one. He is the pinnacle for traditional and not so traditional charcoal roasted Dong Ding. He is it. He's the best. Yeah, he should be doing it probably right now. But I'll try this year. I'll try and get his stuff. Usually I like forget about it, or I don't do it, or and then I buy stuff in November when I see him at the tea show. That's wrong. That's wrong. I should be getting it. I should be getting it when it's relatively fresh, right? I should be getting it when it's relatively fresh. But yeah, his definitely is the best for sure. Absolutely. Now, with the Baozhong teas, you can see it's kind of milky. Like the water is kind of like, it's not that super smooth, right? And that's what it's supposed to be. There's more sort of going on in it. It's so good. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. And remind me, right? Just like remind me. Because it can be just remind me. I gotta get it. I gotta get it. It's one of those teas. It doesn't matter if it sells out. I don't care. It's like the longer it goes, the better it will be, forever. But anyways, I think we're good for now. Last call for questions for anything. Like I said, this is the competition Baozhong. This will be on the site hopefully today. So I'm gonna pack it up, get the labels, pack it up, and hopefully have it on the site for today. But we'll just see how it goes. Anyways, I think that's it for now. Again, there's the sale on too, right? So if you've got the code is Old Tree, and there's all those teas that are 10% off right now. The Buttermilk Green and Oolong, the Monk's Green, the Guifei, the Oriental Beauty, the Ruby 18, Reawoken Dong Ding, Faux Show, 2013 GABA, the Old Tree of Samaka, and the Competition Honey Fragrance Black. So all of these are are for sale. I have some of the Dragon's Eye on there. Well, it's good. You'll enjoy it. Hey, almost. So I got a customer, so I got to go. And anyways, thank you all for watching, wherever in the world you happen to be. I hope you have an amazing day today and tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next live stream.